Think you're good with money because you research prices and look for deals? Think again. The majority of people are making one catastrophic mistake with every big purchase they make, and it's bankrupting them slowly without them even realizing it. Here's what'll blow your mind. 64% of Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency expense. The average person has $6,194 in credit card debt. Meanwhile, the average new car payment is $712 per month. Notice the pattern? People are drowning in debt for things they thought they could afford. But here's the really sick part. You're not just making bad financial decisions. You're making decisions that will literally steal years from your life. Because when you finance your lifestyle, you're not just borrowing money, you're borrowing your future. Today, I'm going to share the one simple rule that will save you from financial disaster and put you on the path to actual wealth. This isn't about budgeting or cutting coupons. This is about fundamentally changing how you think about money so you never get trapped again. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This channel exposes the financial lies that keep people broke and teaches you how to build real wealth. Trust me, what you're about to learn could be the difference between retiring rich and working until you die. Let's dive in. The rule that changes everything. Here it is, the 2-year rule. Before you buy anything that costs more than $1,000, you need to be able to buy it twice without going into debt. And then you need to wait 2 years before you actually make the purchase. I know what you're thinking. That's ridiculous. I'll never buy anything. But that's exactly the point. You've been brainwashed to think that buying stuff is normal, necessary, and even smart. But here's what they don't tell you. Every dollar you spend on stuff is a dollar that can't work for you. Here's the math that'll make you sick. If you buy a $30,000 car and finance it for 6 years, you're not just paying $30,000. You're paying $30,000 plus interest, plus opportunity cost. If you invested that money instead at 8% annual return, it would be worth $47,000 after 6 years. So that car doesn't cost you $30,000. It costs you $47,000. But here's the really messed up part. Most people never even think about this. They focus on the monthly payment, not the total cost. They ask, can I afford $500 a month? Instead of, should I spend $47,000 on a depreciating asset? The 2-year rule forces you to think about the real cost of your purchases. And when you do that math, you'll realize that most big purchases are financial suicide. Why most people are terrible at big purchases. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not making rational decisions about money. You're making emotional decisions and then justifying them with bad math. Think about your last big purchase. Did you need it or did you want it? Did you research alternatives or did you fall in love with the first option? Did you consider the opportunity cost or did you just focus on whether you could afford the monthly payment? Here's what really happened. You saw something you wanted, you got emotionally attached, and then you found a way to justify buying it. That's not financial planning, that's financial self-destruction. The system is designed to exploit this. They don't want you to think rationally about money. They want you to feel good about spending. They use phrases like, you deserve it, and life's too short, to make you feel justified in making bad decisions. Here's what'll make you angry. Every time you buy something you can't afford, you're voting for a life of financial stress. You're choosing immediate gratification over long-term wealth. You're trading your future freedom for temporary pleasure. But here's the really sick part. Most people are so conditioned to buy things they can't afford that they've forgotten what it feels like to have money. They live in a constant state of financial anxiety because they're always one unexpected expense away from disaster. The hidden cost of financing everything. This is where it gets really scary. When you finance your lifestyle, you're not just borrowing money, you're selling your future to pay for today. Here's the math that'll keep you up at night. If you have a $500 car payment, a $200 student loan payment, and $300 in credit card minimum payments, that's $1,000 per month in debt payments. Over 10 years, that's $120,000 in payments. But here's the really messed up part. That money could have been invested and turned into $180,000 at 8% return. So when you finance your lifestyle, you're not just spending money, you're stealing from your future self. You're literally trading your retirement for stuff you don't need. But here's what's really insidious. The payment mentality makes everything seem affordable. A $30,000 car seems reasonable at $500 per month. A $500,000 house seems doable at $2,500 per month. But when you add it all up, you're spending more than you make on payments for things you don't own. The finance companies know this. They don't want you to think about the total cost. They want you to focus on the monthly payment, because once you start thinking in terms of payments, you'll never build wealth. What rich people do instead. Here's what the wealthy understand that you don't. They don't buy things they can't afford. They don't finance their lifestyle. They don't make emotional decisions about money. When a wealthy person wants something, they don't ask, "Can I afford the payment?" They ask, "Is this the best use of my money?" They consider the opportunity cost. They think about what else they could do with that money. Here's what'll blow your mind. Most millionaires drive used cars. Not because they can't afford new ones, but because they understand that a car is a depreciating asset. They'd rather invest that money in something that makes them more money. But here's the really important part. They don't buy things to impress people. They don't buy things to make themselves feel better. They buy things to get a specific result. And if they can get that result cheaper, they will. The wealthy understand that every dollar they spend is a dollar that can't work for them. So they only spend money on things that either save them money or make them money. Everything else is a luxury they can afford to wait for. How the 2-year rule will change your life. Here's what happens when you actually follow the 2-year rule. You realize that most of the things you thought you needed were actually just wants. You discover that you can be perfectly happy with what you have. You start focusing on building wealth instead of accumulating stuff. The 2-year waiting period is crucial because it kills the emotional attachment. When you see something you want, you think you need it right now. But if you wait 2 years, you'll realize that most of the things you wanted were just impulse purchases. Here's what'll make you angry. You've been trained to believe that waiting is stupid. They tell you to buy now before the price goes up, or take advantage of this limited time offer. But this is just manipulation designed to make you spend money you don't have. The 2-year rule forces you to think long term. It makes you consider whether you'll still want this thing in 2 years. It makes you think about what else you could do with that money. Most importantly, it gives you time to see if you can find a better solution. Here's the really powerful part. When you finally make the purchase after 2 years, you'll actually enjoy it more. You'll have saved the money. You'll have thought it through. You'll know it's the right decision, and you'll own it, not owe on it. The 3 exceptions to the rule. Look, I'm not completely unreasonable. There are 3 situations where you might need to break the 2-year rule. Exception number 1. It's a legitimate emergency. Your car breaks down, and you need transportation for work. Your water heater dies, and you need hot water. These are real emergencies, not lifestyle upgrades. Exception number 2. It will make you money. If you need a computer for your business, or tools for your side hustle, or anything else that will generate income, that's an investment, not an expense. Exception number 3. It will save you money. If your old appliance is costing you more in repairs than a new one would cost, that's a smart financial decision. But here's the important part. You have to be honest with yourself. Most purchases don't fit these exceptions. Most purchases are just wants disguised as needs. What this really means. Here's the hard truth. If you can't afford to buy something twice, you can't afford to buy it once. And if you can't wait 2 years for something, you probably don't really need it. The 2-year rule isn't about being cheap or depriving yourself. It's about being intentional with your money. It's about building wealth instead of building payments. It's about creating a life where money works for you, not against you. When you stop financing your lifestyle, you stop being a slave to your payments. When you start thinking long-term, you start making better decisions. When you focus on building wealth instead of accumulating stuff, you build a life of freedom instead of a life of stress. The wealthy understand something that most people don't. Money is a tool, not a toy. It's not something to be spent on feeling good. It's something to be invested in creating a better life. If you're ready to stop being a victim of your own spending habits and start building real wealth, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. And let me know in the comments, what's the biggest purchase you've made that you regret? Because recognizing the problem is the first step to solving it. Your future self is counting on you to make better decisions. Don't let them down. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best time to buy something is when you don't need to buy it. The worst time to buy something is when you think you need it right now.